Alrighty then. So folks, here we are. This is, as you can tell, I'm hopping right in. I'm just going to do like, a craft and chat with y'all. So this is, just one of those videos where I'm just doing a craft and chat because this is my channel, Miss Steph's channel, right? So some of you know me as the science lady, and some of you know me in various other ways. But in particular today, I have been promising one of you a video about my paper quilling. So shout out to the person who asked for this. I don't know if she wants her name said. So, so yeah, shout out to you for that. I'll walk you through kind of what I do when I do my paper quilling, because everybody I'm sure has different styles. Like if you see, like if you look up paper quilling here on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of different things. Typically people use it for either some type of wall art, like pieces that they put on the wall, they frame it in a shadow box, which I've done that, or they use it as a card, which I've done that as well. Those are really the two ways that I use it as far as when I give it to people. But in particular, the main thing that I do with it is this is like kind of one of my relaxation techniques, is that I do paper quilling. This is one of my crafts. For those of you who don't know, my name is Stephanie Farmer. I, among other things, am the founder and executive director of Triple F Empowerment Inc. I am a teaching scientist, and alongside with that, I am relatively creative, I would say. And I like to do different crafts and stuff. Over the years, I've done different crafts. I've actually done some sewing. I used to actually sew some of my own clothing. I come from a generation, yes, I am a Gen Xer, as it were. I come from a generation where there was home ec, a generation and a location, because I realized, having grown up across the nation and across the world, my family has lived in various locations because of what my parents did for work, and one of the places we lived had home ec. At that particular stage of life, that's when. And for those of you who maybe don't know what home ec is, home economics, and you learn to cook and you learn to sew. I also took woodshop. Took woodshop. I've been in chorus. As a kid, I was in chorus. Various choirs. I was in winter guard. For those of you who don't know, it's where you have the flags. In particular, winter guard is where you do the choreography in the gym with flags and ribbons and dance choreography, but you don't do it with the band. Color guard, that's color guard. So folks who are like, did you do like March on the Field? I did not. That's color guard. I did not join at that particular time. I found out about the team later during the winter season. And so that's why I joined during the winter season, because I didn't know about the team before then. So yeah, let's get into today's craft. Things that you are going to need. You will need your paper quilling papers, right? So this is some of the thick paper. Shout out to my sibling for getting these for me. Okay. Really appreciate you. That's one of the things that my sibling will give me, is like things for my crafts. It's a good sibling. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how your sibling is, but mine is fabulous. And so I like purple, if y'all didn't know that. You probably see me in red and black a lot, because red was my mother's favorite color and is the brand color for Ms. Steph Science Club. That being said, it is not my favorite color, though I enjoy it. It's not. Purple is. And I have specific purples that I respond to the best. Those of us who are creatives and all that, y'all know, like, we like certain things, and we like to be certain ways, and we like certain colors and certain types of colors. And so as you can see, I have all of these colors. So the thing that happens, right, is you take these strips of paper and you wind them and bend them in such a way that they then can be placed onto your quilling project. And this most likely is going to end up in a shadow box because it's more of an abstract than, say, a card. Typically, if I give someone a card, maybe it has some type of specific shape, or maybe I've done initials of stuff. But this one, I've just been letting it happen. And as you can see, I like different shapes. And one of my favorite shapes I'll do with y'all, I like this shape a lot. Okay, and all of these shapes have names. So by the way, this is a crafting chat, y'all. This is not a tutorial. So I don't know all the specific names and all that type of stuff. It's just me just sharing a part of me and a thing that I like to do with you. Okay, so as you can see, I like this shape. So let's make that shape and let's pick out a color. I'm going to do this color and this type of paper. So paper quilling strips, they come, you see all this paper, and they come as far as the width of the paper. Can be in 2 millimeters. No. Yes. 2 millimeter, 3, 5, and 10. There may be like a 9. No, 3, 5. Yeah. They come in different things. And so you things that you need your strip. Okay. You need some type of glue. This is one of the easiest ways to do it. I happen to be using clear glue today. You can use school glue if you want to. Then you have your different tools. The tools help you make the coils, because that's what it is. It's all based on a coil, and then you bend it. Okay? So this is the wider tool. I hope y'all can see that. See, it's getting kind of fuzzy. There we go. And then this is one of the tools I use a lot. The slot is very thin. That's where the paper goes. And then I like this as well. That. And then this one, the slot is a bit wider than this one. Actually, no, it might be the opposite. The slot's longer. And then this one is very small. So I have the top on this because for protective reasons, because it's very thin. You see how thin that is? And typically a lot of my things that I do, right? Like I come on and I talk to you all, and I have these. I bought these special, the tweezers, because the little paper quilling kits, like if you look up online, like on Amazon and stuff, you've got the paper quilling kits, and they come with different, like one little slotted tool and all that type of stuff, and they come with one of these. Okay. And they usually come with this glue, okay? But the tweezers that it comes with is not as nice as this. So I have these tweezers, because you see I can hold like this. And the tip of the tweezer is a smaller tip. Again, this is not a tutorial. This is me just kind of coming on with y'all, sharing this activity with you, okay? So I like to use this guide. I'll tilt you down a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Once again, thank you for joining me for a little craft and chat. This is not really, I mean, I'm live right now, but this is not your typical live with Miss Steph video. It's just a little craft and chat. thought that I would come on and show you a little bit about my craft that I like. So I have this cork board that I like. You notice I have a double one. So you can see I've been doing this craft for a while. And when you do crafts, you know, you notice what craft slash, you know, your art, you hobby, you notice and make things the way you need them to be for yourself, right? And so another thing about the paper quilling kits that are like cheap, that are like $10 that come with paper, they come with a cheaper and really just not a nice tweezer, as I said. Okay, they do come with this guide situation. I'm telling you, is fantastic. It's perfect. But they come with a significantly thinner cork. For me, that was not working. I didn't like that. So I ordered separate cork, and I made this up. I also covered this in my live with Miss Steph's, like my science tutorial videos. I talk about the Glad press and seal product. This is what that is. Because as you can see, it covers the cork so that the glue doesn't stick, and you're able to lift it up, and it doesn't stick to the cork. Okay, so that's another reason why I cover that. And you see these pins. I told y'all I used to sew, so I'm very familiar and comfortable with these types of pins, and the pins come with those paper quilling kits as well. You definitely need some pins, and you'll see why. Okay, because all the pins are pulled out of here because this is dry. This part is dry. This part I've been working on this piece for a while. So this is actually where I'm going to place my next coil. Okay, so I chose my color. I'm choosing my tool because this slot determines how the thickness of your innermost coil. Okay, I'm putting this in here, and I'm going to spin. See what it looks like. And the guide makes it so that my coil comes out as nice as possible. I pull that off. And this is my coil. Now, I can glue here now if I wanted to. But remember, I'm making my favorite shape. So that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this loosen up a bit. Loosen up. Pinch. And I'm getting this teardrop type situation. See? So I can either glue here, which I don't really like to do. I like to do this. Again, this is not a tutorial because this is not like the technical proper way that all this stuff is supposed to be done. I'm doing it how I like it. I'm doing it the way that I've figured out how to do it. And as you see, I'm using different thicknesses of paper. And so I put glue right there. That's why you need this type of glue bottle, because it's got this metal tip. You can aim. Also, as you can see, I can use this. Okay. That's another reason why I like this particular tweezer. So I can pick it up, move it like that. And then I could let this kind of dry any kind of way, but if I wanted to hold the inner part of the coil in a certain kind of shape, then it's best for me to put a pin in it. It will dry. And see, that's my new coil. Okay, little teardrop shape. Then I have these loop-de-loos. I've got other kind of things that I like. Let's add some more, do some blue over here. I'll just do a few more with you all. use my tool. Put this through this side. Slide. I'll do my other kind of favorite shape with y'all. I'm going to spin. Do. Okay, I'm going to loosen this up a bit. See what it looks like? Now I'm going to squish one way. So I could do it like that. You see that oval kind of thing that I'm getting. So that's one thing I could get. Or I could then go like this and let it fold the other way. And now let the inside right. So I'm going to glue this. You'll see why I'm going to glue this. I'll glue using my other tool. You see why this one is not necessarily, there are some children who could definitely do this. Maybe like middle school would really like doing this, but just with all the sharp edges and all that type of stuff, you want to, and the amount of dexterity that you need to really have a high level of ability to manipulate both tool and paper and patience. And so because we do a lot of entry-level activities with our science club kids, this is not necessarily something I do with them, but I do have an art teacher buddy who he did some modification and figured out how to work with younger children. Because again, I teach the science of art and not necessarily art, right? So then I'm going to take this and go in the opposite direction. And that will get the coil to kind of undo. And you'll get something. My camera kind of has a little trouble letting you all see the detail. But you see how you can kind of manipulate this piece and the undoing of it. You get to see different things. Or you can also squish it. And that will get it to loosen up. And I'm going in the opposite direction that I wound it in. And I'm going to get a different effect, right? You can kind of get a bit of a rose effect. You see, it takes a little while to do each coil. And it's entertaining, okay? I'm going to place this here because that's just where I would like to place it. Again, remember I said I kind of do a bit of an abstract art thing. You can make specific shapes. I was given a gift and that person did a butterfly and used some of my favorite colors and things. That's what I like to do when I give people the quilling or card as a gift. Is you can use people's favorite colors and do their initials or maybe the nickname you call them, all kinds of things, right? And so now I'm going to place this here. And again, I could leave that there like that by itself, but I prefer, I'll do some more manipulation. I prefer to manage it and to make sure it's going to stick where I want it to stick and stay there and dry flat. And so I'll put a pin down. Right? I'll do one more with y'all. See how it's starting to change and shift. Now let's do this light purple color. Another thing I like to do, this requires a lot of pins and absolutely is definitely kind of goes into the freeform situation. So I'm going to go in and just roll. And then I'm going to go down, roll. I don't know what the name of this shape is. One day I was just like, I wonder if I can, and I just kind of started doing it like this. I would be surprised if I was the first person who thought of it. I just don't know what the shape is, and I haven't like necessarily seen it on other people's work. So you notice how I do, I'm alternating the direction, right? So this time I'm rolling towards you, and then I go down, and now I'm rolling away. Okay. So now you see what I got. I have a bunch of coils, and this one especially I need glue and several pins. You'll see I'll use several pins on this one. And I'm using light but complementary colors because that's the vision I like. I like that, but other people may want to use colors that are different from each other and all that type of stuff. And I just reuse my pins. Once a part is dry, I take the pins out, as you see, and I put them here. And then when I need them, I use them again. Just here. And as I said, this part will need quite a few pins and quite a bit of glue. So I'm going to go here. All right. Put that there. And this is just me doing what looks good to me. It feels good to me. It's very calming. It's like knitting. I am going to hold this here for a bit because they like to, this particular shape kind of pops up a bit. And so I'm taking my tweezers, as you see, and holding it flush. I'm holding it so that it goes all the way down. Right. One more. So I can decide how I want to do that. Let's see what I want to do. Oh, I see what I want to do. So I'm going to go here. And this, I'll put my tool back in. Since, of course, I mean, it unravels a bit. Insert my tool. There we go. I don't really want that loop there. There we go. Lift that up. Down. And more glue. And this is another reason I'm using the clear glue. All right, got that there. Push. All right, so you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And actually, I'm about to do a 9th one. It's a lot of pins for this particular shape / design. Because I want it to really be very tight. And of course, when that dries, it'll look really cool. It'll look more like this. That's how I got this effect and this effect. This is the same thing. All right. So, hope that was fun for you. Paper quilling. Again, it wasn't meant to be a tutorial, but it was to just let you know what it's like and to maybe inspire you if you want to try it. Like I said, I got started just by, I was looking something up one day and I was like, ooh, that looks fun. I want to try that. I ordered the kits. I actually wanted to try it with the students and I ended up finding a hobby for myself. So I ordered a kit online and got started. And this is where we're at now. I order different papers, and like I said, my sibling keeps me in paper and shapes and things. So it's been fun hanging out with y'all. I hope you enjoyed the Quilling with Steph moment, our little craft and chat. I look forward to the next time that we get to hang out here on the interwebs and all that. And until next time. All right? Let's find out. There we go. All right. It's been real. Have a good one, guys. Gals, person.